morning. This is your man, Nicholas Shepherd of the Shephard Enterprise Business Administration Information System Consultants. And today I'm basically going over my second part of my video. Okay. What I'm gonna do is I've been previously recording prior, but what I'm doing right now, I'm going to discuss an individual that I was previously talking about. Um, his name was David Hemp, right? And this gentleman was basically responsible for the current state of mind that we in as far as um, what should I say, the white supremacy movement, right? Okay. So basically what I want you to do is to bear with me, right? Because I'm going to be showing you a couple of things and I'm going to be reading a couple of things and like that, right? So um, this is his name here, okay? And it talks about he was born David Home, right? And 7 May 1711, right? Was a Scottish Enlightenment philosopher, historian, economist, essay, was best known today for his highly influential system of physiological. This is a theory that states that knowledge comes only or primarily from sensory experience. It is one of several views of whatever that word is, the study of human knowledge, along with rationalism and skepticism, you know what that word is, and emphasis the role of the word evidence. Well, and then it goes on and on and on. Okay. Um, he actually changed the thought pattern of how Europeans think about African Americans, right? Um, and um, and he and you have to read up on this, right? You know, to find out more. But he actually changed perception of how people think about African Americans. Um, and he looked at us as being, I'm not going to say subhuman, but he tried to discredit um, a gentleman who was more knowledgeable than he was in how he went about describing who African Americans were and how they wind up uh, working with other cultures, right? So he did this at the age of 25, right? You know what I'm saying? Um, and as he got older, of course, you know, he was credited, you know, because he had the means to change a person's perspective and, you know, whatever. Um, what I'm doing now, I'm trying to find this assertion about who he was discrediting. See if I can find it here. And I had it in my blog, so I'm going to go to my blog, which you see here. It's a Tappa Talk um, /groups/Shepherd family /. You can actually go out on my website, which is here. It actually has you know, connections to my blog, right? If you like, you can actually click here, and then, like I say, it goes to my blog site. You can things here, which I was previously need to fix, right? Um, but anyway, um, you can actually, you know, go out to my blog site and figure out a lot of different things. Figure out, you know, where you want to go. Knowledge base, right? So anyway, going back to what he was talking about, right? Okay, he was talking about a lot of different things that I feel that was actually irrelevant. The fear of occasion and casual uh, inference by division into three different parts, right? You know, and he talks about these three branches. He explained his ideal, in addition to comparing and contrasting his views to his predecessor. These branches are the critical phase, the construction phase, and belief. And the critical phase, denies his predecessor's theories of Caucasian. Okay, so causation. Next, Hume uses his constructive phase to resolve any doubts the reader may have while observing the critical phase, habit or custom, bends the gaps in reasoning that occur without the human mind even realizing it. So he basically, like I say, he basically was discrediting a gentleman, which I was about to go into and show you, if I can find it. Um, let's see. Let me go in here. This thing here. They changed this whole site, right? So bear with me because I'm gonna have to go into it and figure out exactly what happened to it. See if I go back to here. Can I edit it? I think I can edit it. Let me see. Edit. Okay. And well, see when they updated this, when they updated this blog site thing here, they didn't um, allow people to make the adjustments. So a lot of things got screwed up, right? So, but anyway, go ahead and submit this. Um, this is the gentleman that he was discrediting, right? And I'm going to, and it's a lot of different things. And he talks about this, David Hemp, and you know, he he says in 1734, Anton Woman Amo, a West African student and former chamber slave of Duke Anton Ridgewell, I guess that's in Germany, defended philosophy of dissertation at the University of Held Saxon, written in Latin, entitled On the Impassivity, I guess impassivity, whatever you pronounce it, of the human mind. A dictator's letter was appended from the rector of the University of Wittenberg. Okay, but like I said, you can read this. I'm not going to go over it because I'm going to screw up the wording so that you know. I'm still trying to master the Queen's language and interpret a lot of different things. So I just have to go into Google and figure out how to pronounce it so when I pronounce these words, I won't make myself like a total idiot. Um, so he described a lot of different things here, right? The father, okay, the Scottish philosopher David Hume would write, I am apt to suspect the Negroes. I'm apt to suspect the Negroes and in all general, all other species of men to be naturally inferior to the whites. See what he said right here? This is what he said, right? And this is basically questionable. This makes him questionable, right? So, like I say, um, he said this stuff, man. You know what I'm saying? And by making that statement, it shows you that he supported white supremacy, right? You know what I'm saying? So he was trying to discredit this gentleman here, okay? West African student, right? Which is very, 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 very intelligent, right? You know what I'm saying? You know, so you need to look up that and read up on this, right? And tell me what you think. Okay? Um, I think it's a good read. You know, you can look at it. This is the site that is in. But if you go to my blog site, right? Um, if you go on my blog site, you will see it, right? It's under Shepherd family, the African world. You did not know African American culture. Then you said the Enlightenment, race, problem, and ours, right? And then this will give you this person's perspective of what's going on. And then it talks about David Hume, right? Which try to contradict him, right? Try to discredit his studies and make him like he didn't know what the hell he was talking about. Okay. So go ahead and read up on this. Like I said, you can go to my blog site and leave me a comment, right? And let me know what you think. Um, and push like on my video and share it if you like, if you can, and let me know what you think. Okay. All right. Thank you very much.